welcome to the L Earning Podcast, where you do a lot of learning.
Welcome.
Speak about the earning.
Trust me.
And you speak about the L's that we took and all of that. But separately, let's get straight into the main event of the evening.
This is a hard topic. It's hard.
So, Tommy Fury's girlfriend has broken the internet. Once again.
Let's go. Do we all have the same 24 hours? Dun, dun, dun.
That's a tricky one.
Wait.
Daniel, let's go to you. What do you think?
You know what, Fred made a good point off camera. He was basically saying, I feel like people are, because it was Molly Mae that said it, they're kind of taking it too much to heart compared to it was just someone else that was saying it. Like, I kind of see where she's coming from in the sense that, technically, we all got 24 hours in a day, we can all accomplish something within those same hours. But at the same time, it was just a bit of a naive comment to make from her. Like, that's kind of how I thought about it, because obviously her privilege is coming into effect when she's making those comments. Like, people are born into completely different circumstances, and you can't control that. Like, you just can't. So for her to say that and act like it's just like commonplace, like, to me, that's kind of just what I disagree with slightly. Like, I kind of see where she's coming from, but at the same time, because it's her, I didn't really take it as seriously as,
I do not see where she's coming from.
At all.
What's that? No, I'm joking. I can see it a little bit, but at the same time, right, her success comes from the back of
helping on
Love Island. Yeah. Love Island is not a grind. Yeah, she didn't grind for Love Island. Obviously, you have to apply, but it's whether the person that looks at your video and that likes you or not, whether you're a likable person or not. That's what gives you Love Island. When you go on Love Island, you don't grind, right? It's a show. Obviously, I'm sure it's hard being in the island. I'm not saying that it's easy, but at the back of that, that's where success has come from.
The thing is, so to rebut with the Love Island thing, there's been 5 seasons of Love Island. So 30 contestants won it. So more than 100 people have done Love Island. I don't remember the majority of them. So maybe I'm exaggerating the point to make a point. The point I'm making is that she's now head of PLT, whatever, creative director.
But she wouldn't have
been.
I
don't know anyone else.
She wouldn't have been if she didn't go. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it. I don't know what she does on a daily basis, right? I'm saying if it wasn't for Love Island, she wouldn't have been there.
True.
And Love Island is not a grind, bro.
True. But other people have gone on Love Island.
They
haven't been as successful as her.
Yeah, but they're still successful. Whether they're not successful as her, I don't think it's irrelevant, because obviously she is very successful. But they've still got everyone that comes out of it kind of gets something on the side. Right?
Wait, did her and Tommy actually win it? I can't remember.
They didn't.
They came second, didn't they?
Who
won it that year?
They thought they were going to win it.
Amber and the guy. No,
that wasn't the same year. Was
it? It was.
Yeah.
Oh, Amber and that rugby player. That literally got the money.
I don't even remember his name. But I can't accept it because she's not a grinder. Obviously now she might be. She has to be because of what she's doing. Right? So she has to be. So she is. So respect. And I'm not hating on Molly Mae, by the way. I'm just saying you have not grind to be where you are. Obviously, you have taken the opportunity that you've given, which is all you can do really in life. Because someone else might have said, "Oh no, I don't want to do it," or someone else might have done it and not be as successful as her. But you haven't grind to be where you are. So for you to say we all have the same 24 hours, it doesn't make sense.
I disagree that she hasn't grinded to be where she is. I think she's got mad lucky. She did Love Island, right? Number one, I think she has been, to me, like the most successful islander, and there may have been luck. Luck may have had something to do with it, but I don't follow her in it. But from what I've seen, she's mashed like the YouTube thing. She's been mashing the content to build up the following. And I'm more speaking of her role as like creative director of Pretty Little Thing, which is like a crazy role.
I don't know anything about that. And all of the things you're speaking about, still all on the back of all Love Island.
So your problem is the messenger.
I feel like that's
or the message, or both.
It's a bit of both. I understand what she's saying with that point. Because I think if you're in the UK, right, and stable family, all of these things, we all have the 24 hours. There's so many opportunities here that you can take. But you have to take in consideration that we all come from different places, right?
So what people I think aren't deep in, right? She went on a podcast called Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
So on Diary of a CEO, the audience is CEOs or people that aspire to be CEOs, people on the entrepreneurial grind, right? So her going on a podcast and talking to people, she's talking to CEOs or people that are trying to be CEOs. It's like there's different pods. So it's like people on 3 shots of tequila, they're talking about whatever, cheating, If you're a married man and you're following their thing, that's not the audience.
That's not the audience. No.
Do you get it?
Yeah, but you might listen to that just because you like listening to it.
But then it's not her. She's speaking to the people of that audience.
Not everyone that's listening to it might necessarily want to be a CEO. Maybe they just want to get something out of it, bro.
And so that's my. So if you're listening to Diary of a CEO, you need to understand that she's speaking to that audience, right? If you're not of that ilk and you're listening to Diary CEO, because being people on Diary CEO say stuff like this.
Yeah.
This only went viral because
she said
the little clip said it.
Yeah.
She said it.
Yeah, bare people said something.
So that's my thing.
Bare people say it. Like, it's not the first time.
Yeah. So
I think
the outrage to me is confusing. Because but you've gone on Diary CEO, you're speaking to other CEOs, and on this entrepreneurial grind, we all do have 24. If you're
it is the messenger, bro.
But I was going to say,
just the messenger.
Yeah, what it all comes back to is people are so quick to want to cancel someone. They'll hear one little thing without any context and go, "Oh, I'm gonna cancel you."
Thing is,
that's what the culture's like.
If 50 Cent says we all got the 24 hours, say to it, I accept it.
Yeah,
but I don't have nothing to say to that.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Your problem is
my problem is. And it's not really a problem because at the end of the day, she has made her own luck in a way, right? You still have to apply to Love Island, etc., etc. But I'm sorry, I'm not saying you're not a grinder because obviously what you're doing is big, right? So you must be grinding now. Yeah. But all of that comes from the back of Love Island. So it is the messenger. To me, it is the messenger.
Yeah, what I got from it, because I spoke to a lot of people, I had bare DMs about it. Yeah. So that someone wanted to speak of. What I got from it mainly is that, so people were annoyed at the messenger, similar to Jay. Yeah. And it's the fact that she didn't acknowledge the luck and the privilege that she went through. Yeah. And it was more so, I think people would have been happy to hear, oh, this is what worked for me, and this was my story. Yeah. And if it was less like, oh, you can do it too. Yeah. So it was like, this is my story, this is how I did. But people know that she's like, you can do it too. Yeah. People were like, no, I can't.
Yeah. The way she made it seem is like, this is the easiest thing that you can do. We all have the same 24 hours. If you work as hard as me, you can make it. Yeah. I'm not saying you've never worked out. Yeah, no. But if that's...
You think?
I think she's just young. The comment itself is not a wrong comment.
No.
I think she's 22 at the end of the day. So I think what she said made sense, but she should have said it differently. As you said, she should have given a bit of...
Yeah, she should have caveated
like,
before she just openly said what she said. Like,
I hear that. It's tough, because, I don't know, like, the way I see it, she's gone on a show, and she's spoken about her journey, right? And she was just like, yeah, literally, we want the same 24 hours as Beyonce. So, the way I'm seeing it, that's probably what she tells herself. I got the same 24 hours as Beyonce, and that's what pushed her to... So, if you go on a show like that, you can only give advice to what worked for you. So it's like, that worked for her, and it might not work for you. Yeah. So, but bashing her on the internet, like, that's gonna do nothing.
I don't agree with that, innit? That's the bashing thing. That's what people want to do. But you have to accept that that's gonna come, innit?
Yeah, fair enough.
We're doing a podcast now. Yeah. Someone might say something crazy.
Come on.
You're gonna say what you want to say. To be fair, I don't give a toss.
Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. You can bash.
Even with that, like, I think it's sneaky because. Yeah, if you're in the public eye, you should expect it. Yeah. But like, you're right. We're not dealt the same cards as black people. We haven't got as much privilege, right? But for me, you can do two things. You can either cry about it on Twitter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And try and go viral on Twitter, trying to be funny, trying to get onto Molly Mae. Or you can do something about it.
Exactly.
You've been dealt meaty cards. How are you going to do the best you can do with those cards, or are you just going to cry about it? So for me, what was shocking is seeing that the victim mentality, like, I fully acknowledge that it's harder for us, yeah? Cool, it's harder for us. So what are we going to do? Are we going to complain about it? Or are we going to try and mash work? Like?
I was going to say, because I was thinking about this literally today, and this could be controversial, but whatever. I feel like these days young people can be very lazy. Like they'll be so quick to bash someone that's on a grind and doing their thing, but they won't look at themselves and be like, okay, cool, what can I do better? What can I be better at? They'll just be like, cool, let me go on my keyboard, let me go on Twitter, whatever, bash this person, and maybe just live my normal life. Like,
that's the easy thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, right? Look at Molly Mae, and you look at Kaz. Same journey in a sense. Both went to Love Island. Someone is building houses in Thailand for kids that have no home.
Oh, you about the Thai Kaz,
yeah, the Thai Kaz. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's saying, you know, she's going on the internet and she's saying things like, you know, thanks for helping.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I want to do. And,
shout out to Kaz.
You know, even if you contributed, like, big up yourself kind of thing, right? And then we got this other solid. That's just there, like, we all got the same 24 hours, which I accept, we do, you know. Like, I think if I look back at where I've come from and where I am now, it's massive, isn't it? But at the same time, bro, like, the complaining thing is just our generation, isn't it? Social media is where people go and complain. It's
toxic, man. It's so toxic.
So realistically, we could say, oh yeah, like young people now are so easy to complain, but only because they're complaining doesn't mean that they're not doing anything about it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes the complaining is just a way to release. And social media is the only place where they can release, in a sense.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, no, it is.
That's sad.
Social media is the only place where they can release, and it's like, no one is going to tell me that me saying this is bad, kind of thing. So, that's their home, innit? Me, myself, I need to take a social media break, innit? But a lot of people, even people that don't really have friends like that, this is the place where they can put a comment, someone will comment under it. And if it's a comment like that bangs 1,000 likes, they'll feel like, yeah, I'm the man.
That's the sad thing though, like, it's people, like, more time, like, the Molly Mae bashing is a trend now, yeah? So people are just saying it to get the likes, people are saying it to get...
Because it's popular.
To get...
Let's bash Molly Mae,
social media. Yeah. But, like, to me, it's sad. I want that. And for me, like, it probably does more to your brain than you think. Like, when you... Because a lot of it's hating, okay? Like, maybe some people... Because I don't necessarily agree with everything she said, right?
Yeah.
But when I see a lot of people, like, a lot of it's hating.
No,
even Tion Wayne tweeted,
the same thing.
he was like, oh, get off the internet, stop crying on the internet. And people were getting onto Tion Wayne as well. So it's like, what do you want? Like, do you get it? Like, it's people need to take control, like, of their own lives. I think.
But do we all have the same 24 hours?
I think. So I don't think we all have the same 24 hours, but I think people have more opportunities than they think. Even, bro, in the UK, we've lived in Italy, bro. Yeah. As a young person in the UK, you have so many opportunities that, like, outside of Europe, you can't get.
The fact that you can work at age 16, is mind blowing. The fact that you can work at age 16 is mind blowing. In Italy, you can't do that. Also, you're black, you're never, ever gonna get any type of part-time job.
Yeah, here it's different,
Well, here it's different, innit? You can't be... At 16, I started working. I was working stupid hours, right? Stupid hours. I was working on £3 an hour.
Do you get it? And the thing is, so with the whole thing with 24 hours, it's like, people are taking it literally.
As in...
And I don't know...
It's just dumb.
Like, but why did... Like, if Eric Thomas says, if you want to be successful as much as you want to breathe, then you be... Like,
but you know what it is? If Eric Thomas says it, if you know Eric Thomas anyways, you know the story behind it, bro. You know, Molly Mae, we are seeing... To be fair, I must say this. I don't know what Molly Mae was doing before Love Island. She must have... Because I heard something that, she was an influencer, so she was content creating, etc., etc. So maybe she was branding, right? I don't know. But Eric Thomas, you can see the story behind the person that's saying this. You look at Eric Thomas, you think, if he's done it, I can do it. I don't look at Molly Mae and think, if she's done it, I can do it. Because
you don't relate to her.
Yeah, I don't relate to her at all. Yeah. So I think if we look at it as well, the people bashing, nothing against the black people, by the way, but it's mainly the black people that are bashing her. Because the messenger doesn't really relate to
her. And I was going to say, I can see your point, because I feel like, again, I'm not bashing Molly, but I don't really have an opinion on her, if I'm being totally honest. But one thing I feel like she can maybe do better is make herself more relatable. Because I feel like a lot of time, because sometimes I even watch her videos or whatever, I personally feel like when she speaks, I don't think she always comes across as relatable. I don't see her be like, oh, I can be like her, or I'm similar to her. Obviously, we're completely different. I'm black, she's white, boy, girl, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think she does her best to make herself relatable to the general public, in my opinion.
Well, we say general public, we're the 3%, bro.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we're the 3%. Like, the general public probably relates to
her. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
And she's a bit blind, though. What's that?
You see the visualization,
It's true. But I don't know, like, I think, for example, with the Eric Thomas thing, what I'm saying is that, like, when he's saying you want to be successful as much as you want to breathe, he's not saying that literally. Obviously, we have to breathe to live. Like, he's just saying you need success so much that it needs to replicate your need for breath.
Yeah.
So we're not taking that literally. So with the 24/7 comment, she's saying everyone got the same 24 hours. I'm, as a logical person, I'm not thinking, oh yeah, we all have the same 24 hours. Because obviously we don't. Like, a millionaire and someone like me on the grind, we're on different level playing fields. But what I'm hearing is you have more time than you think you do, which I agree with. You have more opportunities than you think you do, which I agree with. Like, so I don't think the comments that brazy.
I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. But because if you're looking at it, then because if Molly Mae says it, and if someone relates with her, then they might take from it, just keep applying for Love Island, and then out of Love Island, you can get an opportunity out of it.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe she could.
It might be a silly comment.
No, it could be. But she could have maybe just expanded on the comment and be like, okay, cool, we all have the same 24 hours, but obviously people have different skill sets, different cultures, different earning potential, all that kind of stuff. If she had said that, cool. But it's just that first comment without really kind of backing it up, to me, it's just, that's somewhat what I just have a problem with. Like, that's just me.
That makes sense. That does make sense still, yeah. It's an interesting one still, like, just in terms of even, like, cancel culture and stuff, like... we just live in weird times, man. I think, and I think, the fact that Molly Mae said it, because it's kind of as if say Kim K. If Kim Kardashian said we want to say 24 hours, there would be, I think, similar kind of outrage, because it's like people that, anyway, to the general public are perceived to like, you just made it like you're.
But then if someone, I don't know, someone like, I'm just going to give an example, someone like that, if The Rock said it, people be like, oh, cool.
But like LeBron James.
Exactly.
If Raheem Sterling said it.
Oh, like a Marcus Rashford or someone like that. Someone that's...
So, but then, okay.
Yeah, because we know the story, right?
Yeah.
We know they're being...
Right, you know the grind.
So you kind of... Some people will still not accept it, right?
But,
we'll still say, but you were gifted, you know. You got talent. They don't really see the background.
Yeah.
There's always going to be someone that's going to say, whatever, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So my question, I guess is, so how does someone like Molly Mae or someone like Kim K motivate people? How should they just refrain from inspiring people?
Kim K should refrain.
Molly Mae. Someone like Molly Mae.
I think, as Dan said, you just need to become a bit more relatable, innit? We need to know you a bit more. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. I don't really want to get to know you a bit more, in all honesty. But because of the position that you're given and how big you are, and a lot of people look up to you, so it's important for you to make us understand your background. How did you get here? How can
I think she did talk about that, though.
She might have. But all I was going to say is, obviously, we were talking about, I think, just now about Kaz of Love Island, how she's obviously building those houses. And obviously, Fred, you were saying to yourself that you go to schools and you like talk to the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if she could do this, but she might not be doing this. If she does things like that, because obviously all people see about her is her like pretty little thing, and obviously the kind of the social media stuff and the fashion and all that kind of stuff. But I don't see the kind of philanthropy, like what she might do on that side. Like if people maybe saw that, or if she did that more.
On the back of that, though, I don't think everyone that is doing good needs to show it.
No, I agree.
So she might be doing it, but because she's not posting about it, we don't really know what she does, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's also an interesting thing, because a lot of people, when you do well, when people go on the street and there's a homeless person, you give £5, you want to record.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
You should do it without, But at the end of the day, they're doing something, right? But then I agree. I don't really think that everything good that you do needs to be recorded.
For sure. I don't know. I think this is mainly for the people. There are people out there that like hate rich people, innit? That like they just And yeah, because it's actually interesting. There was another, you know, when a lot of people with money say things like, "Oh, money, like it's not all that. It doesn't mean everything."
You say that with all that money,
and that's the thing. So a lot of people. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I disagree with that logic.
Okay.
Because my logic is that's the whole point. The whole point is that they're at the other side. They have the money.
Yeah.
And they're telling us that we ain't got the bread.
So they got the experience.
Yo, I'm here and it's not that deep. Like, yeah, you can strive for this, but don't cut off friendships. Don't like do the mad thing to try and get here because I'm here and I'm not that fulfilled. And we hear that from so many billionaires and billionaires. Yeah. But then people are like, oh, it's easy to say your money. But that's the whole point, that they have the money and they're telling us.
But so you're saying you disagree with the whole point, saying it's easy for them to say everything?
Yeah, I disagree with people like. So for me, that's in the bracket of like hating on the rich. Like, yeah, it's easy for you to say like you're rich. Like,
I feel like you're gonna disagree.
I don't know.
You would disagree.
I don't necessarily disagree. I hear what you're saying, but then at the same time, I can't hear what you're saying because it's so easy to say, "Oh, don't." It's like saying, "Don't try and get rich because it's not nice here."
Again, so I think that is the problem with the human being. Yeah, that we translate a message to something else.
But bro, if you're not educated, not even educated, we're not gonna think about, oh, what is he really trying to tell me? We're looking at someone that is living in a mad place. Yeah, let's say he's got 10 villas, 10 cars, and you're telling me that sometimes I don't even have food to eat, that I should not try to get rich because it's a sad place to be. Plus, also, that's how you handled, right? That's how you, rich person, handled you having money and not being able to do other things. Doesn't mean that don't try cut off people, etc. That's the thing that you did to become rich, right? Doesn't mean that if I was to do that, I'll take the same path of you, right? So, like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but to me, I don't really, not that I look at it and I'm like, no, you're chatting shit, because obviously I know that a lot of people kill themselves, that are billionaires, etc. So obviously it's a lonely place, isn't it? But at the same time, I don't really agree with
But like what Fred said, the point, obviously they have the experience of having that wealth and they can see it firsthand. So from that, I do kind of see where they're coming from. But like you said, you know, you're saying this with all these billions and millions, whatever, like for us commoners, like, are we going to take you seriously when you're saying that? Like, it's kind of double-edged sword.
But then you're not going to take me seriously if I say that, because I ain't got the billions. But so if I tell you it's not about the bread, which I believe is not all about the bread, you're not going to take me seriously because I haven't got that much bread. But then you're not going to take the billionaires seriously either.
So it's a situation you're going to take seriously.
But then there's billionaires that don't say it. So it's like, why do you know what I mean? Like, everyone is different, right? Yeah. If I was to, I don't know, if I was to become a billionaire, God willing.
One day.
I don't know what path I'm going to take to become a billionaire, but obviously I can't say I'm not going to say, you know, don't cut your friends off.
But even the cut your friends off was just an example. What? So I've been listening to bare interviews from billionaires and stuff. What all of them say is that there is no fulfillment in like being a billionaire. So like the guy who owns Stereo CEO, right? Yeah. He's got so many companies. He said that there's basically like a graph of like wealth, right? So like once you make wealth and happiness, basically. Yeah. Once you make over like 90K,
it plateaus, doesn't it?
Plateaus fully. So the point he's making is he's not making a point of don't be rich. Of course you should be rich. He's making a point that chasing money,
those billions or millions, whatever.
Billions or billions, having that in his account, having that as his net worth, that didn't really do much for him as much as he thought it would. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and I believe in that because I feel like, so as an entrepreneur or someone who's grinding, if you're going to go into something just for the bread, you have no passion in it, you just go into it just for the bread, I think you're going to lose.
Yeah, I guess, but that's different, isn't it?
How's that different?
Is it?
As in different to the message of, because obviously we wasn't talking about don't chase, because the message is not don't just chase the money. Oh yeah, it is actually.
That's the thing. I think that's the message. I think when like a billionaire is like, you know what I'm saying, these billions, he's not necessarily saying don't chase the peas. He's basically saying
do something.
Yes, there is fulfillment in other things, like having meaningful relationships, doing things that you enjoy, and like if you're gonna cut these things off in your pursuit for peace, which bare people do,
it's not worth it. Like,
I'm saying,
yeah, it's not worth it. No, it's not worth it. It goes back to like just money can't buy happiness all the time. Like you see so many people that have so much bread, like all these celebrities, whatever. And like you mentioned, they die early.
Can you not though? I'll be very happy.
Well, to a certain point it does, but then I like.
But I think the way I look at it is, if I was rich, is the things that I can do for the people that are close to me, and seeing the people close to me would make me happy, right? So that's when you say money can't buy you happiness, I don't really understand that. Obviously, it can't, because money's not everything. But the things that I can do with the money would make me happy.
But you see, I felt the majority, and I love that way of thinking, but I felt the majority of people do not think that way. They think, okay, I got this money, what can I do for me? Not what can I do for others. That's kind of the mindset, the selfish mindset that we have. Like,
true.
But I love that way of thinking.
Yeah, that's a different way of thinking, and I guess that's the ideal way of thinking. If many people thought like that, it would even bring them more fulfillment. Yeah. Maybe if more of the billionaires thought like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, because
I guess it is different, isn't it? Because it's not, to me, it's not, I'm a millionaire, I can buy a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, with that, I think you got to a stage where, like, all this materialistic stuff, obviously, I'd want a nice house, and I'm not going to say I'm going to live in a one-bedroom house.
Never.
I'm not going to say.
I rebuke it.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that. But at the same time, it's the things that I can do with that money. That seeing people that are close to me happy because, I don't know, I bought them a house, I bought them a car, or, you know, first holiday, or stuff like that, innit? And I think...
It's a good point still. I think it's testament to like goal setting, right? Yeah. So what I've learned is that there's three different type of goals you can set. Most people set the to have goals and the to do goals. So to have goals is like, I want to have a car, a mansion. To do goals is I want to, I don't know, go on holiday. I want to start a podcast, blah blah blah. So to have goals are the least fulfilling ones. Yeah. Because you set them, you want to have them, you want to have a Mac. When you get the Mac, you want. You know what I'm saying? The to-do goals, they're quite fulfilling. But what people don't do is the to-be goals, right? So what kind of person do you want to be? Yeah. I want to be more studious. I want to be a person that does this. I want to be a person that does this and that for my family. Yeah. Those are the most fulfilling ones, right? So if now your pursuit of money or of like financial success is linked to your to-be goals, then boom. Like you said, I don't think you might have less likelihood of like getting into the state where you're still unfulfilled. Yeah. Whereas if on your pursuit you had to have goals, you have to have all these things, now you have everything you want. There's nothing else you can have. Yeah.
There's obviously nothing wrong with having all three of those goals.
Yeah. 100%.
That last one, the to-be goals, I think obviously, like you said, those are the most important ones for fulfillment and happiness. Like if you don't have those, whatever you get, you can have all these cars, all these houses, all this stuff. You're not going to be happy, are you?
Because of course, if you've got no one close to you and you're rich, it's not a happy place.
It's a lonely place, man.
You know, if you got no one close to you and you're poor, it's even sadder. But
that's the mazza though, that's the mazza. And I think that's the thing, like it's normal, like if you're in a position where you're poor, for example, it's normal to like, when you hear someone who has the wealth which you're aspiring for, say stuff like this, like you may feel a way about it, do you know what I'm trying to say? But I don't know, I feel like
we don't know their lives, right?
That's the thing.
We don't really know what they're going through.
No, that's the thing.
It's too easy to say, I wish I was like them. But you have to remember that what you're wishing for is to be exactly like them. Everything that comes with it, you are now wishing for.
All the baggage, all the bad stuff, and the good stuff.
Also with the wish thing, everyone wishes they were a millionaire until it's time to do what millionaires do. Yeah. Everyone says they want to be a millionaire.
People wish their money, bro. Fam. No one wished the hard work.
They were on the grind, they want the off.
That's crazy, fam. Where's that gonna get you, fam? I don't know. Where's that gonna get you? Like,
you never know. They might be lucky, apply for Love Island.
You might get it. It's true. But that's the matter. I think even, I say this as a person who almost got into Love Island, but I think even,
it was a bit okay, that's what I'm tired of.
We're not get to that one. But like, even the mentality of like, because that's like a lottery.
Yeah.
Say I'm gonna go into. It's such a bad like place to be at because you've given control to someone else.
Yeah.
I'm giving control to ITV. I'm like, I'm so close to this. Once I get this, and it's all dependent on whether ITV decide I'm the right fit for them, right? And I learned myself that like my world came crashing down when I was this close to making it and I never made it.
Yeah.
So now most things I do, and the reason why I do less of music now is because I do things where I have control.
You want 100% control.
I have control. And people, I think, need to realize that they need to start grabbing more control of their life.
Yeah.
Like, you can control your narrative more than you think.
Yeah.
But if you don't try to, it's just going to slip away and you're just going to be stuck in the matrix.
Trust me.
So even stuff like getting to Love Island, stuff like, it's mad that like, that's what we wish to, like, we want to have that lottery of like,
but then again,
get me from here to here.
That comes from the social media side of things, isn't it? Because you see so many people that you can relate to, and you think, oh, he's done it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So then you think, and bro, this is like nothing wrong with Love Island people, right? But these are someone that people look up to. People look up to these people as if like this is God to me.
It's true. It's true.
And all you've known is that 6 weeks in Love Island. You've seen them talking for, we watch 1 hour, and they're saying, this is God to me. Like, I look up to this person, I want to be like this person. You've got no idea what this person is.
You've got no context of how they look.
Nothing.
No. People idolize people still.
Social media, bro.
It's crazy.
Social media.
Yeah, it's crazy. Socials. In fact, one piece of advice from me is try and limit the time you spend on social. Innit? Watch The Social Dilemma. You guys see The Social Dilemma? Social Dilemma. Watch The Social Dilemma, There's people that work for like Instagram, for example, psychologists. Their job is to make the app as addictive as possible. Yeah, the more time you spend on the app, is the more money they'll get from advertisement because they're like, look, Dan has 7 hours screen time. The more screen time you get, the more they can charge for advertisement. So like, just obviously everyone's gonna be on socials, innit? Like, it's not, we're in this day and age, but like, just be conscious of like how much time you're spending on socials, bro. How many times do you be like, I'm gonna quickly go on Instagram? 2 hours later, you're like, damn.
What a waste of time.
Watching a Chinese kid.
Fam! Watching a Chinese kid eating a watermelon, thinking, crazy, like, how did I get here?
Yeah, bro. And the way this guy eats the watermelon is
different. And you're sharing it with your boy.
Yeah, bro. Like, look at the way this kid is eating watermelon.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
It's mad. Like, social media, let's use social media to advantage. Like, we're obviously starting this pod now. We're going to put it out.
If you're going to do it, try and monetize out of it, man. Make it make sense.
Yo, we're going to do a whole episode of monetizing stuff, but I'm a believer that in this day and age, you can monetize
everything. There's demand for anything.
Anything. Bro, anything you like. That's why on my Instagram I was like, "Yo, everyone, write what you're good at, write your strengths, write your weaknesses, because you need to know what you're good at, right? Like, if you walk into an office now, someone's like, "Yeah, what are you good at?" You're like, "Oh shit, I'm not sure." Because it even took me a while to
figure out exactly
figure out what I'm good at.
There was a point actually. If you get in an elevator with someone that can give you anything that you want, but you have 1 minute to pitch. What would you say? If you don't know what you're good at, what do you say?
Can you imagine?
You got 1 minute to impress this person, and there, your dreams are there. But you don't know what you're good at, you don't know what you're bad at, you don't know what you like, you don't know what you want to do.
Crazy.
What do you say?
And it's like, if you don't know what you're good at and what you want to do yet, because not necessarily what you want to do, because a lot of people don't know.
I still don't know.
But if you don't know like what you're good at, even certain opportunities may pass you that like you just don't understand. You know what I'm trying to say. So like, just raw example, I went to a random public speaking class in central London, and then I just went to bear of him, and afterwards I'd speak to the guy running the class, and I used to be like, and I used to tell him, I'm trying to be you, innit? So do you have any tips for me? And a lot of them would give me meaty tips. And one guy was like, oh right, I think my boss is actually looking for someone new.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh right, okay. Got in touch with the boss and now I'm part of that company, freelancing for them, running public speaking courses. This is an opportunity that just came out of nowhere. Just because I knew one of my strengths is public speaking. So I'm like, okay, let me immerse myself in that world. Do you get it? But if I didn't know that was one of my strengths, I would have never gone there. I would have never got the opportunity. I'm trying to say, like, you just have to be awake, like, and just, that's also part of like me saying, take control of your own life. Like, know what you're good at. try and like just monetize, man.
Yeah, because like I said, there's a demand for basically anything that can be monetized. Anything.
Like I was saying to you, fam, like English, you know, the fact that we live in England, and English is our first language, is number one international language. It's English. People outside of England are paying bucks to learn English, bro. Set up a little pattern online. Start tutoring English, bro.
Easy.
English for beginners. You ain't got to get into all this grammar stuff. Charge a few bucks an hour. You got a tutoring company, fam.
And then just expand from there.
Do you get? Obviously, I make it sound simplistic, but it's gonna be harder than that. But just to show you, like, just the fact you speak English is an asset you can monetize.
100%.
100%.
Right.
Even though we've got a lot of people that speak English.
You might need to pattern your English. There's a difference between there, There's a difference between here, hair. Dan, why do English people not speak English?
Honestly, no, the English language is actually crazy. Honestly, me, I was like, I don't probably speak English. the way you might hear me speak, like, honestly, like when I say like butter, like I don't say butter. It's just like.
It's also the way they spell, like
the way they spell.
I remember coming out of GCSE.
Yeah.
Results day. There are man of people that learned English.
What?
How does that make sense?
You're English.
No, but also people don't understand. Sometimes, the English language don't actually make sense. Let me give you an example. So, do you think the word like Leicester? How's the word Leicester spelled?
Leicester.
Honestly, Norwich. How's that spelled? Make it make sense.
That's crazy.
Like the English language. Like
whoever made English, you're a fool. Because what is this? Why is daughter not spelled DORT?
Keep going.
Daughter. Fam, there's a U, there's a G, there's a H.
Honestly. And that's what I like about like Spanish and Italian, because for the most part, I could be wrong, obviously. Italian.
That's facts though.
They spell how they sound. Like it feels like in that sense it's a bit simpler.
Casa.
CASA.
Exactly.
Listen,
simple.
This is why Italy beat England in the Euro.
Your
language makes no sense.
No. We're not getting.
We're not.
For another time.
But listen, I think we got to wrap it up. Listen, started off with Molly Mae versus the World. You pretty much ticked a few boxes. Hopefully you picked up a few gems from this episode.
Yeah, trust me.
See you next time.
This is F17.
This is Dan.
JK.
I'll earn it. See you next time.
Peace.